Aoudit il Khoagha. Giddu taught me this phrase. Khoagha means foreigner. It means the Westerners that came to Egypt, tumbled into our capital like a ball of snakes mating. Aoudit, he said, is a knot, a tangling of string, this inferior feeling shedding skin from village to village. They saw our complexion flex against the riverbanks of the Nile and thinned us to a flattened python, a paved road. Salah. There is always an ostrich egg hanging before the main sanctuary door. The monks sift through the desert for them. The eggs must be rotten from within, and the only way to make sure of it is to drill a hole in the top and drain it like a vein. The eggs are polished before being placed in a leather net woven with Coptic crosses. Abuna said the egg is meant to symbolize the people that appear pure on the outside, but are rotten within. The people who sit in the front row, smiling at God, knowing they will sin once they go home. I remember staring at the hanging ostrich egg, rotting, wishing for God to hang me in the altar, drain me like a vein. Europe. You're a trigger that pulls sugar from strings. A residue on my mother's lips mouthing merci with a crowbar smile. A porcelain shell smoking my sister's tongue, covered in bile, cigarette slag, sopping dried skin from my father's scalp. Stacking dust like melted crayons in an ashtray. Haram. My mother was 100 miles south of Death Valley when Karaz grazed her belly. The monastery was modest still, a couple Coptic churches peppered across a few dozen acres of the California desert. We ask you to grant us your peace, our Savior. Save us and spare our souls. My father was proud of my skin when I was born. My mother says he showed me to everyone in the hospital. A brown man with the sun white as an ostrich egg. Lord, look with merciful eyes at my weakness, at my disgrace. Karaz traced a cross with oil on our wrists and foreheads the last time my father visited the monastery. He tried to kiss Karaz's hand, but the bishop pulled away before his lips could warm meek flesh. We pushed home in hush. The sun sunk in my skin by the time I was 5. My father felt betrayed. He hated the tint of his own flesh, how it resurfaced in his kin like a bloated corpse.